The white cliffs of Dover, the new beacon in recent years for those seeking refuge or simply a better life in England, risking much to reach them. 755 people arrived on Thursday alone.
They're just heavily overloaded. But the second thing is that they're being brought through the shipping lanes, and the dinghies have got no navigation.
The over 100,000 people who've arrived this way since 2018 account for less than 3% of overall migration to the UK. But it's still a dangerous journey and a political football. Trailing in the polls, the Conservative government here has turned "Stop the Boats" into one of its rallying cries, much like the old Brexit campaign slogan, "Take back control of Britain's borders."
Focus on
Anand Menon says the government wants to keep the issue in the headlines.
The reality is far more complex than government rhetoric about bringing down immigration would suggest. But if they can appear tough, they'll at least manage to, hopefully, persuade their base that they're acting on this issue.
Around 75% of asylum claims made here are accepted, but a processing backlog means applicants are put up in hotels with a daily price tag of around £6 million. Last month, a British court rejected a government plan to send thousands of asylum claimants to Rwanda, calling it unlawful. Taking its place in the headlines is a floating barge called the BB Stockholm, docked in Dorset and kitted out to house 500 asylum seekers. A few dozen were transferred earlier this week, but some others have refused to go, claiming potential trauma. Refugee rights groups are scathing.
It seems to be a knee-jerk reaction to a crisis around the asylum system.
For now, though, no one is sleeping in those beds after tests confirmed the presence of legionella bacteria in the water supply. The asylum seekers who had moved to the barge have now been taken off again. Margaret Evans, CBC News, London.